Let us all stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Kat. That was beautiful. Graduates, y'all may take a seat. You have finally made it. I'm so glad to see all of you this morning. I'm so glad to see all of your families. So let's do this. As the principal of Denmark High School, it is my distinct honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to all of the families, parents, friends, graduates, and distinguished guests in attendance this morning. At this time, I would like to introduce those on the stage who are here to share in your graduates' achievements. Honored guests, please rise and remain standing as I introduce you. Our Forsyth County Board of Education members, Ms. Kristen Morrissey, Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Darla Light, and Mr. Wes McCall. Also seated on the stage representing the school system are Mr. Joey Perkle, Deputy Superintendent, and that would be it for this morning. Y'all may take a seat. I would also, graduates, like to let you know that Dr. Bearden also has a senior graduating today, and he just wanted to make sure that you knew that he was sending his best wishes for your success, peace, and happiness. These dedicated leaders have an unwavering commitment to the students of Forsyth County. Their ongoing support of Denmark High School is very much appreciated. There is another important individual seated on the stage that I would like to introduce you to, our 2020 star teacher, Mrs. Jennifer Marks. Seated with his fellow graduates is our 2019-2020 star student, Rithwik Guntaka. Rithwik received the highest SAT score in a single sitting this year at Denmark High School, a perfect 1600. Rithwik, please stand and be recognized. I would also like to recognize our senior class sponsors, Mrs. Lindsay Needham and Mrs. Stephanie Pickens. When they signed up for this gig, they did not realize that it was going to last quite as long as it has. Together, they have done an amazing job of organizing the senior calendar, leading up to this morning's ceremony, and working on all of the many details that go into planning an event like this. For the inaugural graduating class, there are so many things that we have to create for the first time, and these ladies, along with Mr. Sean Smith from Balfour, have done an excellent job of getting us to where we are today. And finally, I would like to recognize and thank the faculty and staff of Denmark High School. They have done a tremendous job of working with your graduates over the last 2 years. So I'd like for everyone to please give them an applause. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to welcome to the stage the 2020 Denmark High School Salutatorian, Mr. James Crocker. James will be attending the University of Georgia as a risk management and insurance major with intentions of earning a law certificate and pursuing a degree in law. James also received an Associate's of Business Administration through the dual enrollment program at the University of North Georgia. Let's give a round of applause to James. And now it is my honor and privilege to welcome to the stage the 2020 Denmark High School valedictorian, Rithwik Guntaka. Rithwik will be attending Vanderbilt University and pursuing a neuroscience major with an emphasis on pre-med. Congratulations to both James and Rithwik on this outstanding accomplishment. Thank you. As a new school with our first graduating class this year, the decision was made to open up the commitment addresses to the entire senior class. We had a number of students who participated in the tryout process, and I wish that we had time for every single one of them to address their class this morning. At this time, I'm going to ask Zach Borg to come to the stage. And I am very excited for these students to deliver the very powerful messages they have to the class of 2020.
Fellow 2020 graduates, I don't know about you, but I've had a few thoughts about the future. Some exciting, some daunting, some dramatic, some mundane. The thoughts have ranged from how am I going to have a significant impact on this world to how are my clothes going to get washed? You would think that with the technological resources we have today, the answers to our questions about the future would be easily found. So here I am, an 18-year-old kid standing in front of you, attempting to discover the meaning of life, wondering, how am I going to make my mark on the world? My dad reminds me that our generation is not a fan of the truth. So here it is. It's a classic line in any graduation speech to expound upon the potential of the graduating class. Don't get me wrong, I think we all have a lot of potential, but I don't know if I see the next Einstein in the room. Now, the statistical improbability should not discourage you from continuing to work diligently. Your potential as an individual can be seen in an abundance of other areas. Having some worldwide significance does not define your influence on the world. If you pay attention to the forest, you may just overlook the tree that you're about to hit. Your life has meaning. Often, we are short-sighted as to the true impact that we may have on others. Consider the fact that the smallest gesture of kindness could provide the very reason for someone else's continued existence. Be your own Einstein and make your mark on the world. We can never understand how our actions impact those around us. As a camp counselor for 7 summers, I'll probably never truly know the impact that I had on the rock eaters, the bug tasters, and yes, even the screamers. Who knows what my week with them has done to change their lives? hopefully, by now at least, the rock-eating days are over. As we push forward through life, remember the campers that you have impacted. Knowing that our effect on the world is larger than we are often able to comprehend, a choice then becomes apparent. We walk through our life as we let the world affect us, or we push to affect the world. Every day, we must wake up with the mindset that our thoughts, our actions, and yes, even our decisions have meaning. Did you know that you had a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born as you are? Your talents, personality traits, temperaments, we have won a lottery ticket. Be your own Einstein and make your mark on the world. Let's head back to the year 1928, when a woman named Layla had just graduated medical school, who in time would leave a tremendous mark on the world. With a love of science and medicine, she became the third woman to ever graduate from the Medical College of Georgia. She accepted a residency at Grady Memorial Hospital. She opened a private clinic at her house and spent much of her time volunteering. In the 1930s, her time was dedicated to the creation of the pertussis vaccine, used to immunize children from the deadly effects of whooping cough. She was one of the first doctors in America who opposed smoking around children and was in practice until the age of 103, only retiring because of her limited vision. She passed away at 114. Today, she has a school named after her. Dr. Layla Denmark is the perfect illustration of how our lives have meaning. Her family was quoted as saying that she never set out to become famous. Her only goal was to raise healthy babies and help them become healthy adults. The legacy Dr. Denmark left was not one based on her aspirations to be known by others, but rather her attitude in life. She did not look to change the world, yet her daily actions and mindset most definitely did. As we graduate today, the name of this school represents the standard of achievement we can accomplish. When Dr. Denmark left medical school, I don't believe she set out to become the next Einstein, yet she made her mark on the world. Class of 2020, the inaugural graduating class of Denmark High School. I am honored to have been your spokesperson on this very special day. Thank you for the impact that you have had on me. The good, the bad, and yes, even the ugly, have all shaped me into the person that I am. Now, as we part ways in new directions, our slates are wiped clean. It is time to look forward to a new phase of our lives where our impact will only grow stronger. As we move through this time of uncertainty with the effects of coronavirus, the need for your potential impact has never been stronger. Even being present here today, 2 months after our original graduation date, serves as a reminder of our current situation. We all have pondered on the question of why. Why us? Why were we chosen as those that would not get their final week of senior year? Why were we chosen to miss out on our last season of soccer, baseball, or any other spring sport? While these questions will never provide answers, the time I've spent contemplating has allowed me to come to some resolve. Our time in quarantine has saved lives. So why not us? When asking yourself, how will I impact the world? Know that you already have. Be your own Einstein. Go make your mark. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce the second speaker, Marlene Melendez.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here so early. Class of 2020, we made it. We've been here since 7:30 a.m., but we made it. It's an honor for me to be standing here and speaking on behalf of the first ever graduating class of Denmark High School. First of all, I would like to thank your teachers, parents, family, and friends. because we wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for your continued support and encouragement throughout the years. As we stand here, the first graduating class of Denver High School, we are experiencing different emotions. Some of us are feeling relief. The deadline has been met. Our grades have been posted, and we all have passed. Some of us are feeling nostalgia because of all the memories and people we're leaving behind. Some of us are feeling great happiness because we're celebrating with the ones that have cheered us on our journey. But I know we all feel proud. That sweet elementary school child that was too afraid to let go of mom's hand and had big dreams, who then became that middle school kid that didn't want to wake up in the morning, but felt so happy to make new friends and talk with his teachers when he was in school, who then became that teenager in high school. From that first day in freshman year, that we all came with great excitement, with new clothes and backpacks, ready to learn, but so nervous. Some of us woke up to our parents yelling at us, "Wake up, you're gonna be late." Or in my case, super early because we were so nervous. We all grown up to become young adults who are now graduating from high school. But it wasn't easy to get here. I know that we all struggle some days, as I did when I first arrived to this country. I struggled with not knowing how to communicate and not having a single friend but my family. Those days, I felt so insecure about myself. I didn't know how to speak, write, or read English. But now, look at me, standing here, speaking to y'all on such a special day. But let me tell you, because I have lived it, and I know the struggle that we face sometimes, that no matter how hard your situation is, or how hard you think it is, never give up. You have people that care about you and want to see you succeed. Thank those people that have been there with you through the struggle. I especially want to thank my parents. You have been there through thick and thin times. I have to thank your ESOL department for helping me so much when I needed it, and for making me come out of my shell. You taught me to be confident. Thank you to our engineering department for making me grow and for showing me that when you set your mind to something, it can be achieved. But most importantly, thank you to our whole staff, because you made this place wonderful for all of us. And y'all come here because of us and because you want to see all of us succeed. We all travel different pathways in order to arrive here today as graduates of Denver High School, class of 2020. Some of us were born and raised in Forsyth County our whole lives. Some of us moved from another state, another country, or even another continent. But here we are, united in our hard work, passions, and contributions. We're about to begin the next chapters of our lives. We have waited, worried, and worked for this moment. Some of us will continue our pursuit of higher education and enter college. Some of us will serve our country and serve in the armed forces, while others will enter the workforce. How we all arrive at this moment of choice and freedom is not the same. But no matter which road we go down, the choice is ours, because we have already forged a path to the great accomplishments in our high school career. We are the first graduating class of Denver High School. There will never be another group of graduates with that distinction. We have come together to Denver High School, a place that gave us remarkable memories like our last prom. Oh, wait, it's 2020. We didn't get a prom, but we for sure did get to keep so many more joyful memories, like the labs in our classes, those days with our friends in the cafeteria, game days on the football field with all the people in the stand cheering. They were the best years for some of us. And for some of us, they didn't seem that great. but they will never come back. So treasure them. Even if high school wasn't a great experience, because believe it or not, you left your mark in this school and the people that have worked with you throughout this 4 years because of your continuous work, your desire to learn, and the happiness you brought. In this next chapter that we're beginning, no matter what road we choose, we must do what we like, work hard, make new friends and memories, and remember, no matter which road we go down, the choice is completely ours. Because you're here, you have overcome your struggles, and you have forged your path to these great accomplishments. So, keep forging the path and achieve even bigger accomplishments. And if you fall, stand up and keep going. Don't stop until you are where you want to be. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Now, I would like to introduce our final speaker, Megan Erasmus.
Jingly. Good morning, and welcome to Denmark High School's first ever graduation. The class of 2020 is making Denmark history today, albeit in some very unanticipated ways, but nonetheless, today is still a celebration of what we've accomplished, how we've grown, and the people we've become along the way. Throughout the past 4 years, we have all learned lessons about mitochondria, parts of speech, branches of government, and we could probably recite the honor code. Although these academic lessons were undoubtedly important, no lesson throughout the past 4 years has been as important as those we've learned about ourselves, our passions, and our capabilities. These lessons were vastly different for each of us, but there are certain parts of our high school experiences that have been universal. There are memories, moments, songs, trends, and events that have the power to unite us and pull us back to our common ground, even if it's only for a moment. We were all freshmen. No matter which high school you went to, all of us can remember trying to navigate busy hallways, marveling at the size of our schools, and feeling like it would be forever before senior year finally came around. We were new, we were unsure, and we were wandering into wrong classrooms left and right. We were sophomores. We got our driver's licenses and spent far too much time fixing bad parking. And if you were like me, you did some serious damage to the DMV's parallel parking cones while you were at it. We got notices that we were going to that new high school being built near the bagel place, and we came to terms with the fact that the place where we started high school would not be where we'd finish it. We were hesitant about what lied ahead and unsure of what our futures at a new high school would look like. We were juniors. We walked into a brand new building with big white walls and a baby Great Dane that, for many of us, soon became a home away from home. For about a month, we all wondered where the mirrors in the bathrooms were, and we came to understand that "we're working on it" was the only answer we'd get. Our clubs and teams began to fill the once empty trophy cases, proving that Denmark was a force to be reckoned with despite its teams filled with relatively young and inexperienced students. The theater kids literally never stopped promoting their shows, and trust me, if I had one to advertise right now, I would continue that trend. We became a culmination of everything we brought with us and all of the remarkable things we created together. We were Denmark. We were seniors at last. We started our second year at Denmark, the walls a little less plain, and the puppy very much not a puppy anymore. We stared at filming equipment in the hallways and waited to see if we could catch a glimpse of Vince Vaughn. And we stood outside in Hawaiian shirts and leis for 2 hours hoping to watch a football game that eventually got rained out. And we said the words, "Just put something down and turn it in. I don't even care anymore." A time or two, or 10. We were moving forward, or at least we thought we were. And now we're here, finally, after a series of unfortunate events that have derailed our senior year in ways we never thought possible. We are sad about the opportunities we didn't get and about the traditional senior year that we didn't experience. But whether we realize it or not, we are still moving forward. We are stronger now than we were when we unknowingly walked away from our last day of school. We are cherishing moments with family and friends more than we have before, and we are home in a school that loves its students as much as this one loves us. We are still Denmark, and we are more than the unforeseen circumstances of the past few months. And today, we're graduating. We all woke up an hour or 5 earlier than we've been used to, came here, and we've already probably posed for about 20 pictures that we'll look at later and say something like, "Mom, do you have to zoom in that much?" Now, despite my repeated attempts at coming up with relatable experiences, each one of us probably still thinks that we are far more different than we are alike. Debates about politics, religion, and whether or not pineapple belongs on pizza seem to confirm this every day. Nevertheless, I am a firm believer in the power of the bigger things that unite us all. Things like wanting to be successful, to be loved, and to be happy are universal desires. But what makes my version of success different from somebody else's? What does what love means to me compared to what it means to someone sitting a few rows in front of me? What will it take for me to call myself happy? What does your happiness look like? How are those different? Don't worry, my admittedly limited 18 years of life experience prevents me from making this speech even longer because, much like my AP Calc exam, I have no idea how to begin answering those questions. What I do know, however, is this. We are dynamic and complex and surprisingly the same and strikingly different all at the same time. And I think that finding a way to let our specific visions for ourselves emerge from the broader goals and unifying emotions we all share will probably be one of the most challenging things we'll ever do. But here's to hoping it'll also be one of the most rewarding. So, to wrap this up, here's a toast to us. To all of the amazing memories made, all of the difficult but worth it things we accomplished, and to all of the extraordinary things we are yet to become. May we always remember what brought us together, strive to embrace what makes us different, and remember that those differences can be our greatest strengths if we let them. Thank you, and in the wise words of Post Malone, congratulations.
People come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a sea dropped by a sky bird.
Just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a calling pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed.
Graduates, it has been my honor and privilege to be your principal for the last 2 years. Your collective accomplishments are many, and I would like to share just a few of them with our family and friends. The inaugural Denmark High School graduating class of 2020 is 376 strong. As a class, you were small, but you were mighty. This class has earned over $1.2 million in scholarship offers, and this does not include Hope Scholarship. The class of 2020 has 209 honor graduates earning over a 3.5 GPA, 109 of which earned over a 4.0, an outstanding accomplishment. 150 seniors took a total of 384 AP exams this spring. 81% of the scores on the exams was a 3, 4, or 5. 131 seniors scored a 3, 4, or 5 on one or more exams. 55 seniors scored a 5 on at least one exam. It is very important to add that the rules of the game changed for these students taking AP exams this year, and they did a great job in spite of the change-up. Within the class of 2020, we have 28 AP scholars, 17 AP scholars with honors, 62 AP scholars with distinction, 14 national AP scholars, and 7 of these graduates earned an AP capstone diploma. Please give these students a round of applause. Denmark High School will have representation at over 65 public and private colleges and universities across our great nation, with many students who have committed to serve our country through enrollment in the armed services. 3 of our graduates are joining the Navy, 2 are joining the Air Force, and 1 is joining the Army. Equally, many of our graduates will enter the workforce and begin contributing to society immediately. Graduates, you've made your mark. In addition to tremendous academic achievements, it is important to note that the graduating class of 2020 has excelled in the area of extracurriculars as well. To the majority of our seniors, school was not merely the 7 or 8 hours a day spent sitting in class. There were early morning practices, often wet and cold, the after-school and evening rehearsals, the countless games, shows, conferences, and competitions, the part-time jobs, Sunday afternoons spent working on group projects and catching up on everything you had left for the weekend. selfless weekend volunteer hours, and many other worthy activities. Graduates, you made your mark. During the 17-18 school year, I was on special assignment working to get Denmark High School up and running. As I made decisions, I made them with each of you in mind. At that time, I didn't know you, but I was looking forward to meeting you. Simultaneously, you were entering your sophomore year of a high school, your sophomore year, when you began hearing and word began to spread that you would possibly be attending the new high school. I am sure that there was a bit of angst on your part about leaving what you knew to embark on a new journey. And let me add how happy I am that you trusted us in the process and became Denmark Danes. On the first day of school, we congregated in our brand new, beautiful gym, and I told you that day that Denmark was now a school. Prior to that, it was simply a building. Each of you received a t-shirt. On the front, it said, Dane Nation. And on the back, it said, the tradition begins with me. I challenged you to make Denmark your own, and that is exactly what you did. You joined sports teams, and you did not listen to those who said, y'all can't win without seniors. Instead, you set records and you won championships. You filled the stands on Friday night football games, as well as basketball, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, and softball games, and cheered your team whether they won or whether they lost. You created clubs and began to help those within our community. You took challenging classes and excelled in them. You laid a solid foundation for the classes who will follow you for years to come. You made your mark. I know that your senior year did not end as you had anticipated. I mean, who could have anticipated a global pandemic? We left school in the middle of March and did not return. You missed out on a lot. A spring athletic season, ICDC, and many other CTSO events and competitions, prom, although I saw that many of you found a way to make that actually happen, baccalaureate, and a normal May graduation. We could choose to focus on all that you missed out on, but I would challenge you to look at things differently. You are resilient, strong, smart, and ready to seize the many opportunities that are coming your way. You are ready to embark on a journey that will take you to great places. This year has given you all of the challenges that no other senior class has ever had to face. Having spent the past 2 years watching you face the challenge of changing schools, making new friends, establishing clubs, teams, and CTSOs, I am reassured that you are ready to deal with anything that comes your way. I truly believe that this group of young people that sit here before us today is the best of the best. They will take what they have learned and become the generation that this world needs. And I believe that you will make a difference. So Denmark High School class of 2020, please stand. Mr. Perkle, it is with great pride and pleasure that I present to you the 2020 inaugural graduating class of Denmark High School. These students have met the academic requirements for graduation and are prepared to receive their diplomas.
Good morning. I, Joey Perkle, Deputy Superintendent of Forsyth County Schools, and on behalf of the Forsyth County Board of Education and the Superintendent, do hereby confer the official release of diplomas for the class of 2020. And I congratulate each of you and wish you all much happiness and continued success. Thank you.
Denmark High School, class of 2020, you may be seated. And Rithwick and James, our Val and Sal, if you would please at this time begin to lead your class to the stage.
Rithvik Reddy Guntaka. James Lanier Crocker. Matthew Thomas Adams. Shahzad Ahmed. Alisa Marie Alai. Prem Rital Kumar. Amen. Isabella Areza. Christopher Armenta. Jacob Daniel Ardila. Emily Grace Armstrong. Hollis Rain Armstrong. Arena Aurora. Arturo Arreola Paredes. Aparna Arul. Anirudh Arun Kumar. Oluwase David Atubasir. Leah Evangeline Baker. Jalen Frederick Beasley. Riley Nicole Becker. Emily Bernice Bitterman. Luke Woodall Blair. Jasmine Renee Blake. Isabella Elena Blankenship. Zachary John Borg. Spencer Nicholas Brackett. Alea Shillies Brown. Trevor Patrick Brick. Zachary Kevin Birchfield.
Emma Grace Burns. William Bradford Burns. Bridget Camacho. Rubén Camacho. Yareli Cántara Hernández. Perla Lisbeth Cárdenas Lugo. Yasmin Viana Cavallo. Matthew Thomas Cassandra. Alexander Braxton Castillo. Taylor Jacob Kavanaugh. Ida Cisse. Raghuvir Reddy Chamala. Ivan Chelaru. Vishwak Chitaluri. Nicholas Anthony Semino. Sarah Grace Clark. Jamie Alexa Cohen. Brianna Yvette Shalise Collins. Paige Elise Connolly. Ethan Thomas Krieger. Giovanni Cruz Fidencio. Zoe Marissa Crystal. Danelle Dinah Cudjoe. Bryson William Culpepper. Natasha Andrea Choprisk. Jacob D. Damalario. An Kio Dao. An Min Dao. Taylor Elise Davis.
Logan Paul Lewis DeLong. Rashita Dishmuk. Siddharshna Dantu. Toluwanimi Olomidi Verinshalua Delano. Maite Diaz Pineda. JC Michelle Disharoon. Michael Colin Doherty. Michelle Teresa Dulog. Marissa Diana Eberbach. Natalia Amina Drew. Lucy Ann Victoria Eckenby. Akilesh Elor. Megan Cassidy Erasmus. Aria Christina Evans. Aaron Daniel Thackeray. Nicole Emily Farah. Ayobami Anike Yetunde Tolulope Fawole. Casey David Femia. Madison Ray Fields. China Tori Elaine Forever. Lauren Lynn Fox. Gracie Peyton Foy. Marlene Garcia. Hannah Victoria Garcia Albine. Casey Aaron Gathers. Madison Emily Gibson. Ariana Louise Nicole Gilmore. Erica Manish Kumar Gohil.
Jasmine Isis Gonzalez. Lexi Marie Gonzalez. Carson John Goodwin. Charles Christopher Gorman. Valeria Montserrat Guevara. Divyashri Gunasekaran. Raj Sumanth Gundu Bogula. Kasim Gusenov. Norlana Arazovna Gusenova. Harshith Sai Gutha. Grayson Price Hammonds. Ethan Thomas Hampton. Parker Lane Hannon. Alisa Lynette Grimaldo. Dalton Went Hansard. Cole William Hansen. Lily Ann Hansen. Shamita S. Hanumasagar. Malachi Antonio Harris. Gillian Amber Hausler. Samuel Joseph Hempin. Jaden Elizabeth Henriquez. Emma Elizabeth Heckenberg. Cesar Hernandez Arriola. Andrés Nicolás Herrada. Uriel Herrera. Madison Noel Hewitt. Olivia McCarthy Hill.
Emma Caitlin Height. Jacqueline Olivia Hodges. Nicholas Tyler Hodges. Isabella Grace Holmes. Clayton James Horner. Rosser Timothy Howard. Caitlin Elizabeth Howell. Mohammed Khalid Ishmael. Marceline Jasadipura. Naramprakash Jayagopi. Kelsey Isabel Jimenez. Stephen Jimenez. Juan Jose Jimenez Cárdenas. Amaya Asna Everlyn Johnson. Tyler Frederick Johnson. Mackenzie Nicole Jolly. Jessica Juarez. Kira Nicole Kalshor. Hitesh Krishna Muni Kamiseti. Joseph Isidore Kaplan. Timiebi Ken Kiyama. Hannah Emma Keshner. Ali Muhammad Khan. Morgan Ann Kelmer. Emma Ann King. Emma Collins King. Carson James Knievi. Clara Bell Kistner. Evan James Cloda. Tyler Anthony Cloda. Shrisai Orion Cody. Gaurav Karivi. Jack Robert Cream.
Brennan Matthew Crock. Alexis Nicole Kugelman. Shruti Kundu. Robert Lai. David Lancarta. Diego Landeros. Jasmine Louise Atienza Lepiton. Melanie J. Levi. Zion Samuel Lewis. Carter Reed Lillis. Alexander Lira. Louis Anthony Longwell. Mackenzie Ann Lottie. Nicole Lustino. Caitlin Elizabeth Mahada. Jennifer Maldonado Zuniga. Noah Jimmy Mallard. Carter James Manley. Gabriel Marcus Matos Nogueira. Arthur Edward Philip Marsden. Kendall Lachey Marshall. Eric Javier Martinez. Misael Martinez. Morgan Joan Martinez. Priscila Martinez Bonilla. Fatima Martinez Vargas. Michael Stephen McKenzie. Nelson Anderson McKinsey.
Gabrielle Jewel McLeister. Harrison Luke McManus. Caitlin Mejia. Marlene Melendez. Adrian Marie Mercado. Taylor Christina Miller. Cheyenne Mirfindereski. Adam Joseph Mitchell. Joshua Lane Moberg. Daniel Esteban Molina Bernal. Mariana Montalvo Aguilar. Grace Ann Mora. Sushi Munigati. Lauren Andrea Murray. Sarah Sieda Nabi. Cristian Navarro Sabino. Stanley Jordan Nicholas. Dakota Stephen Nix. Gabriel Scott Ikaika Nori. Ayumikun David Odetuyinobo. India Na Norley Okwe. Lauren Elise Oldham. Oscar David Orellana. Jake Ortiz Trejo. Esa Olimovna Osmanova. Balin Hope Otwell. Joshti Patel.
Lily Caroline Patterson. Meghana Pedapalli. Alexandria Grace Perryman. Sarah Elizabeth Pianowski. Madeline Claire Pittman. Kashal Pandagula. Morgan Elizabeth Potts. William Glover Powell. Blade Vincent Power. Rijul Puri. Shreya Puvula. Alondra Quintana Perez. Sapan Ahmad Qureshi. Nithya Sai Rajanala. Sophia Carolyn Ralph. Vignesh Ravichandran. Emily Marianthi Recker. Jose Guadalupe Reyes. Erika Paola Reyes Estrada. Hallie Acevedo Rocha. Brittany Nicole Rody. Ashley Jadid Rodriguez Caldera. Randy Raúl Rosas. Braden Hardy Rouse. Alan Ruiz Castillo. Carson Landry Russell. Harish Sabapathy. Javian Isaiah Santiago. Ruth Danelli Santos Animas.
Julia Ashlyn Shawnee. Aaron Riker Michael Scott. Madhumita Senthil. Alexander Walter Zelbach. Sarah Grace Sewing. Ida Shaw. Logan Mark Shapiro. Ansh Sharma. Hannah Lela Shore. Sohat Ajit Singh. Abigail Leanne Smith. Ethan Gabriel Smith. Catherine Adeline Smith. Reagan Julia Smith. Christopher Sotero. Daniel Soto. Christopher Connor Esquire. Michael Jacob Stark. Ryan Olivia Stone. Garrett Russell Street. Caleb James Strickland. Joshua Robert Suk. Iman Ahmed Tawali. Janelle Taylor. Christian Josue Tejada Martinez. Lucille Marlise Tibbetts. Adonis Damon Tolbert. Annabelle Marie Tremps. Sterling Clara Adele Triplet. Idan Matan Zerdecker. Mark Joseph Onrain. Rolando de Alexander Valadez.
Mitchell Drew Valderrama. Daniel Igor Varzari. Margarita Volpe. Rachel Lauren Veal. Shrija Venugopal Raja. Jordan Kennedy Watson. Tatum Angelus Weiss. Kaylee Renee Weller. Sydney Lauren Wheeler. Kaylin Quinn Whitehead. Anna Elizabeth Williams. Lauren Elise Williamson. Carter Alexander Wilson. Sarah Quinn Wilson. Tyler Joshua Wilson. Victoria Lauren Woodcock. Gabriel Carlton Yates. Genevieve Camelia Yates. Aubrey Kate Yager. Olivia Ruth Yearwood. Brian Christopher Youngblood. Katrina Michelle Suniga.
Graduates of the inaugural graduating high school class of Denmark High School, please stand. At this time, you may move your tassels. And if I could just have y'all sit down one more time. If we have any veterans of the military service and our students who are with us this morning going into the service, if you could please stand now and be recognized. If you are the mother of a graduate, if you would please stand. If you are the father of a graduate, please stand. If you are a brother, a sister, or a grandparent, please stand. Graduates, these people who are surrounding you right now have supported you through the years. Please take a moment to honor them. On a personal note, I would like to thank all of you for taking a chance and choosing to attend Denmark High School. Many of you had a choice. Being your principal has been a distinct honor and privilege. You will always hold a special place in my heart as the very first graduating class of Denmark High School. Congratulations on your graduation and best wishes on your next adventure. And last, but certainly not least, be where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing, as well as you can possibly do it. And remember, once a Dane, always a Dane. And at this time, if y'all would please stand.
We sing this song of adoration to Denmark High. The friends we've made, the memories, they fill our hearts with pride. Dr. Denmark paved the way for our community, so we shall always honor her by helping those in need. Denmark High School, the Great Danes, all hail the blue and white. Forever we'll remember you and all our cherished times. Denmark High!
At this time, we are supposed to have recessional music, but we are going to be leading the seniors out, really our graduates, and congratulations to all of you. To maintain social distancing, graduates, all of you are heading out this way. Please maintain social distancing.